Hi. So I'm making this video because you're either having an online healing with me or you've signed up to a webinar, and I want to help to make the experience as magical as possible for you. So when it comes to healing, setting space is really, really important. So in my own healing room, I cleanse a space before I start. I call in all my spirit helpers and tune into what's arising within me so that I can clear myself as much as possible, and then also tune into the person that I'm about to work with. So for you, as coming to do a healing session with me, a really beautiful way for you to tune into that as well is to set up your own sacred space. And so, it can be as simple as smudging yourself before you start. You can use incense or a Palo Santo piece of wood, like this, or a sage stick, or simply just lighting a candle. And when you light the candle, whatever you refer to, that thing that's bigger than what you are, whether that just be your tree in your backyard, whatever you feel the need to call on. It could be a deceased relative, or a god, goddess, divine, the universe, whatever it is that you have. When you light your candle, call on that to be with you, call on spirit to be with you. And if you have particular people that you're working with, if you've had a plant spirit reading with me, you might have a plant spirit ally that you've started working with, or perhaps you have a power animal that you're working with, to call them forward. And, to do it out loud is really glorious for spirit. They really love it when we use our voice and project our voice out into the world. So call them forward, light your candle, and spend a couple of minutes before we start. I know sometimes it gets rushy and you just turn up at the computer, but if you were coming to me physically, you would take a car trip, and perhaps in the car trip you would be thinking about what's arising for you. So before our session starts or our webinar starts, take about 10 minutes if you can to sit in stillness. And it doesn't have to be meditation, but just to sit and breathe normally, naturally, and just start to notice in your body what's arising for you. So you might start to feel discomfort in your hips or a tension in your shoulders, or you might have some thought patterns coming up or a story coming up that you've remembered. And even if it seems quite abstract, often that's part of the healing and part of the story process that we engage in together. So make a note of those things, really be present in your body, feel what's coming up, and then we're ready to start. So I always invoke spirit with you once we've begun, but the more that you cleanse your own space and work on that in your own way, it really empowers you in your process, in your healing, because we're coming together as two individuals to birth something new, to birth a new part of you, to birth a new part of me, and unfolding. So, I think when we heal each other through the process. And I've certainly found that with my clients that, I learn just as much through them as what they might learn through the process of us being together. We're always a mirror for each other, and I do my best to be an empty mirror so you can see yourself. So the more that you're an active participant in stepping up and in front of your mirror, the more magic that we will be able to create with each other. So I'm very much looking forward to meeting you in person if this is our first time. And I hope this has been helpful. Okay.